Hello, the exotic setting of South China is the venue for the first ever Women's World Championship final. It's an area dominated by Western culture, and perhaps fitting therefore that a European and an American side contest the final. It's Norway in red versus the United States to decide the Women's World Champions. The female game is every bit as committed as the men's, and what the women may lack in technical sophistication, they certainly make up for in their will to win. Expect a much more open and attacking game than a men's World Cup final. Both teams keep the sides which started the semi-finals. The USA will rely on the undoubted talents of this woman here, Michelle Akers-Stahl, arguably the best woman player of all time. She's already hit 8 goals in the competition, including 5, a FIFA record, in the quarter-final drubbing of Taiwan, which the USA won by 7-0. Number 10 for Norway, Linda Medellin, is their most feared striker. A goal now in every game she's played in here in China, including 2 in the semi-final against Sweden. And as you can see, 2 women linesmen for this final. The referee is Vadim Zuk from the Soviet Union, who's already refereed matches involving both of these finalists. He took charge of the game against Brazil and the USA, and also the Norway versus Denmark match, when he booked a couple of the Norwegian players, including Linda Medellin, which resulted in her missing the quarterfinals. There's a capacity 65,000 spectators inside this Tian Sports Stadium in Guangzhou in southern China, and it's really buzzing with excitement now for the start of this Women's World Championship final. USA have coasted their way towards the final. Karen Jennings, number 12, scored a hat-trick in the semi-final. A lot is expected of her over the next 80 minutes. Remember, 40 minutes each way, and if we're level, we'll go to 2 10-minute periods of extra time, and if the teams are still level, we'll go to a penalty shootout. So it's Norway appearing in their first FIFA World Finals, and they've capped that by going all the way to the final, who have possession with their goalkeeper Reidun set. Commentary possession, a long way from the pitch. Number 8 is Linda Hamilton, who gets it forward. Akers-Stahl flicks it on. America attacking in the early stages. Heinrichs looking for that one, away by Stora, the captain of Norway. Early ball forward to find Medellin. She holds it up so well, but she's given it away this time to Jennings. Important covering tackle that time by Cathrine Zaborowski, and the ball out of play on the far side. This the 7th time the US and Norway have met in a women's football international. Norway have won the last 2 meetings, a fact the United States know all too well. Having said that, in those 2 internationals, the US were without their star players, Akers-Stahl and also Heinrichs, their captain. Matches we've seen here in China so far have been very open and attacking affairs. Yeah, the opening couple of minutes of this game has been sedate indeed. This is Seth, who is only past fit to play in this final this afternoon after receiving a knock on the face in the semi-final against Sweden. And it's Norway in the red who'll have the throw on the far side, to be taken by Tina Svensson, who's scored 3 penalties so far in this competition. Lisa. Medellin. Bielfeld closed her down. That will be an interesting tussle over the game. Joy Bielfeld, the marker in the US team, against Medellin, who goes forward looking for this one, but Mary Harvey, who played in just 1 international in 12 months prior to this tournament, because of a foot injury, quickly out to smother the danger. A couple of minutes into this final. Norway 0, the USA 0. Akers-Stahl in possession, being harried out of it by Espeseth. Akers-Stahl goes wide. Jennings just about in support. Couldn't find her. Werden then in possession for the USA. These two teams met here in China in the unofficial World Championship of '88. Norway won a quarter-final tie with the United States by 1-0. Turned out to be an own goal in the end. Now they meet in the final, and it's Norway pressing forward. Medellin had pulled wide to the edge of the box, but away by Bielfeld. Jennings can't get a flick onto the ball. This is Straedet. He wasn't too well yesterday. She was in bed most of the day with some sort of stomach upset. Hamilton headed that one clear, but Norway have begun to settle in this final and they're pressing forward against the USA, and that's exactly what the USA didn't want. Hamm has it now for the States. Jennings has come deep to find Heinrichs. He was expecting Bielfeld outside her, but this didn't turn out that way. Best laid plans of mice and men. And Norway have this free kick. They're beginning to exert some sort of pressure now on the USA. Now Straedet has decided not to go forward from the back for this one, and it's Gunn, the left-sided defender of Norway, to take it. Risa has positioned herself on the far post. It's played into the near post and Medellin. And an American woman has taken a real blow on her head. I think it must have been Joy Bielfeld, because she will prove to be Medellin's marker throughout the game. And she's got it away for a corner. Still plenty of pressure, and this time Norway plough a lot of people forward from the back. Espeseth waiting on the edge of the 6-yard box. Straedet's in there as well. Espeseth rises to that one. They've only half cleared it. Risa beaten to the ball, and the US can counter-attack here. Good breakout by the USA with Heinrichs. She had no support, and it wasn't the most intelligent of passes, to be honest, because she's given possession back to Norway, who begin to stretch the United States defence once again. Norway have appeared in the last 5 major tournament finals for women's football. The last success 3 years ago here in China, and they're back here contesting the final again. This is Risa. Hooked away over the head of Akers-Stahl. He hasn't really managed to get in the game just yet. Hamm heads it clear. Akers-Stahl took that one down delightfully. The referee waves advantage despite the fact that Akers-Stahl was being fouled. Nyborg gets it back to Reidun set. Goalkeeper who currently living in Sweden, where she plays for Göteborg. Been playing there for 6 years now. Let in 8 goals in 5 games in the competition so far. USA just haven't managed to get a foothold in this game yet. They're going to have to settle down quickly, otherwise Norway are going to take the initiative. With their domination of midfield, look the more likely of the two teams to score the opening goal of the game. We've had 6.5 minutes, it's 0-0. Foudy got a header in midfield, but Norway beginning to close those spaces down for the US players. I'm sure the Norwegian coach Irvin Pellaru will be happy with his side's performance so far. Akers-Stahl wants to get on with it. In fact, she takes the throw. Short into Carlson. Scored an important goal against the USA in a friendly match earlier this year, but it's brought away by Foudy now. Plenty of space for her, but she needs support once again, and it's not there. That's why she has to track back and find Jennings. Heinrichs waiting in the middle as Jennings goes round the outside, but she ran into the defensive figure of Heidi Straedet, the captain of Norway. Jennings will leave the throw to number 13, Kristine Lilly. There's Lily now, looking for Jennings, who tries to turn a defender, but Stura read that one all the way, and it's straight over the head. Werden, and the USA have it again. Norway playing quite a tactical battle in this game. They're squeezing their defenders forward, they're pulling their attackers back, and they're making life very difficult in midfield for the United States of America. Hammered clear. It was Higgins who headed the ball. Now USA have possession. Heinrichs. Once again she had no support, nobody to pass to, and that's why Norway have pinched it back. And Jette Karlsson, who scored a great solo goal in the semi-final against Sweden, just had a sniff of goal for a moment, and here she has it again. This time she uses the ball intelligently to find Hegstad. Lovely cross to Risa. Just couldn't bring it down and create an opening for Norway. And now she's given it to Hamilton. The matches here in this Women's World Championship have been well attended. Over 450,000 spectators have watched the 25 games so far. There's an average sort of crowd of 17,000 per game, and when you bear in mind that some of the stadiums used to host this competition only hold about 15 or 20,000, you get an idea of how popular women's football is here in China. Good deal of disappointment when the Chinese team went out in the quarter-finals to Sweden. Sweden themselves knocked out of this competition at the semi-final stage by Norway. This is Heinrichs for the US. Looking for Karen Jennings. Akers-Stahl almost got there before Tina Svensson got her back to a goalkeeper. Reidun set. This is easily the biggest stadium to host these championships. Capacity of 65,000. It's almost full. This showpiece, one of the most important football matches ever played in China. To the American World Cup '94 committee there, the VIP area just down below us. Medellin held the ball up well, got it away from Bielfeld. Nyborg. Safety first. Roberta Hegstad, who knows all about this American team because she played for the American coach Anson Dorrance in the North Carolina college team not too many years ago. Roberta Hegstad has a particular desire to do well in this game. Foudy. Heinrichs has come a little bit deeper here. Bounced up off Jennings, who still has possession. That's a good ball into Foudy. Looking for Jennings again. That was an important interception that time by Heidi Stura. There's a little bit of pressure that the US have managed to exert on the Norwegian defence. Disappointing cross by Higgins. Who, for the record, has a stress fracture of her left foot and is playing with a special support in her boot. Akers-Stahl felt she was being impeded there as the ball fell over her head. Number 10 for the USA. And we've had 12 minutes of this Women's World Championship final. It's Norway 0, the United States 0. Linda Medellin chasing this one. Werden bumped into her. Anson Dorrance just leaning forward on the extreme left-hand edge of that US bench. They've been watching videos for the past 48 hours of Norway's matches in this competition, trying to work out Norway's weaknesses, but the US haven't exposed them yet. Quite the opposite, Norway certainly have the territorial advantages in the early stages. Stura's after this one, and the first real opportunity of the game, I think it was Gunn and Nyborg who came in with that flying header. Akers-Stahl might have got the final touch, number 11. Good free kick this by Norway. And the US were struggling to clear it. That's Akers-Stahl, who spent a good deal of her time in America, close to the opening goal of the game. 13 minutes in, still 0-0. Akers-Stahl. Really couldn't get anywhere near it. Haugen. Good ball forward to Medellin. Now she's held the ball up well. The cross was a bit disappointing, and it was away by Lily. Dora's got a lot of time and space here to turn and set up another attack, and there's Irvin Pellaru, the coach of Norway. It's all down in his little black book. No doubt he'll be giving some instructions to his players at half-time, but for the most part I imagine things looking good for Norway down on that Norwegian bench. But now here's April Heinrichs with a chance to press forward for the US. Akers-Stahl has pulled wide. Heinrichs looking for Jennings now. They haven't really managed to get any crosses into that Norwegian box, but they have here. Cleared only as far as Carlson. Good solid challenge to give the possession back to the Norwegian goalkeeper Reidun set. It's Mia Hamm's challenge, number 9. Mia Hamm, the youngest player in the US team. Needs to play up front in attack, but has been switched to right midfield. Can't really overestimate the importance to the United States team of Michelle Akers-Stahl, who wears a number 10 jersey for them. Such an effective player. And really the advantage the US have when she's playing is that she's so very strong in the air. But as yet the US haven't been able to get round the back of the Norwegians and put over any telling crosses. And those really are meat and drink to Akers-Stahl, who's been a virtual spectator in this game so far. There's a foul there on Jennings by Stora. I'm sure the American bench were pleased to see Jennings make an attempt to get into a dead ball situation. She's won this free kick. Now Akers-Stahl has taken up a back post position. Heinrichs taking it in the near post position. It's floated into the middle of the goal. Nowhere near Akers-Stahl in the end. And a free kick to Norway. Norway so desperate not to lose another big final. They lost to Germany in the finals of the European Championships back in July. So we look again at this clearance by Stora, which caught a couple of American players offside. Medellin was after that one, after the initial mistake by Mia Hamm. Carla Werden, the sweeper of the USA, to get it wide to Linda Hamilton. Akers-Stahl managed to get the flick on, but no Jennings in support. Stora's there, and Norway comfortably containing the United States at the moment. USA just haven't managed to get going yet. They have suffered ignition failure. Haugen. 11 is Hegstad. Got away by Carla Werden again. It's a scrappy final so far. And again, quite out of keeping with the rest of the matches in these women's championships, which have been open and attacking. Referee allowed the advantage then. I'm sure the USA can take advantage of their possession, but they have the ball now with April Heinrichs, who gives it away. Came off Agneta Carlson. One back by Foudy. That was an important challenge. Karen Jennings now got around a couple of tackles. Referee felt she dived in an attempt to win a free kick for her side. Good run this. Help through to Jennings. Little opening here for Jennings. Ball back towards Akers-Stahl. Heinrichs was waiting in there too, but away by Hegstad. And the first time that the US have got in and among the Norwegian defence. Kristine Lilly with the initial surge through. Heinrichs looking for Hamm, but it was hopelessly underhit. Akers-Stahl held the ball up well, looks for support, finds it too. Yeah, Hamm was the woman who was fouled. The USA beginning to win some free kicks now inside that Norwegian last third. That'll give them a little bit of confidence. They haven't been in the match until now. Akers-Stahl likes to take these free kicks. It's just outside her sort of range. She's got a very, very powerful kick. And as she trots to the far side, she'll be favourite to get her head onto this one, if she can. Knocked in by Sharon Higgins, and a goal! The woman they feared most in the air has given the USA the lead. Against the run of play, the competition's leading goal scorer makes it Norway 0, the United States 1, and it's Michelle Akers-Stahl who scores for the USA. Storer got nowhere near her. She trotted away into the penalty area, took up that near post position, and when it mattered, found the back of the net. Mia Hamm rescuing the USA at the other end of the field. But after 20 minutes, Akers-Stahl with the important breakthrough. That could put a very different complexion on this game. Up to that point, the USA hadn't been playing too well. But Akers-Stahl, her 50th goal for her country, her 9th of the competition, gives her side the lead. So now how can Norway respond? They had all the play in the opening 20 minutes, they had all the possession, they had midfield supremacy too, but they couldn't find a goal. Nyborg. Played flat across that back four to Espeseth. That goal will give the US so much confidence, and maybe they'll just begin to play the sort of football that's exhilarated the crowds here in China. Scored a lot of goals on the way to getting to this final. 7 against Taiwan, 5 against Brazil, 5 against Germany in the semi-final. They've never been behind in this competition, and they're in front once again now. Nyborg. Hogan. But it was Hegstad who gave away the free kick, number 11. Norway didn't get their World Championship campaign off to a particularly good start, losing 4-0 to the host China in this stadium. That was in the opening game of the competition. They managed to miss a penalty before China scored the first goal of the match. That was a good tackle which allowed Hamilton to gain possession. Hamilton again. Played inside to Julie Foudy. This is Mia Hamm. And the US beginning to stroke the ball around now. Carla Werden. Akers-Stahl beaten in the air. Well, the Norwegians still have plenty of vocal encouragement. Zaborowski. All of a sudden the game has swung in nature towards the USA. All the confidence they showed in that semi-final against Germany is beginning to come back to their play. They're beginning to pass the ball accurately and effectively now. Akers-Stahl was fouling Nyborg. I suspected that was the other way around, but Akers-Stahl was the guilty party, and she hadn't retreated 10 yards from where the free kick had been awarded. She really is the outstanding women's player in the world, Akers-Stahl. Very fitting that she should score the first goal of this final. It's Norway 0, the United States 1. Akers-Stahl goal after 20 minutes of the match, separating the two sides. Critics of women's football often say that the heading capabilities of the players is very poor. Well, Michelle Akers-Stahl will have answered a few critics with that goal. Perfectly placed header to beat Reidun Seth. The woman in possession now will know that she was well and truly beaten by that run by Akers-Stahl. That's Heidi Storer, who was meant to be marking the American number 10. 12 is Karen Jennings. Well, the Norwegian fans aren't too downhearted with the scoreline. There's plenty of time left. There's an opening. Heinrichs into the dead ball line. Just couldn't find Jennings or Akers-Stahl inside that penalty area. Werden goes for that one, misses it. Medellin, who's been very quiet for the last 10 minutes or so. Risa, good ball too. Carlson, back towards Risa. Akers-Stahl. Lily tries to calm it all down again. It's a poor pass to give possession back to Norway and Zaborowski. Foudy helping it back towards Werden. And the USA look quite a different team since that Akers-Stahl goal. They've been pumped up with confidence, although they're going to have to do some defending here. Medellin, in fact it was Hegstad who almost stole a march on that US defence. And this time Haugen has won her side free kick. Well, big questions against Norway's mental tenacity of just putting that goal behind them and coming back into this final. They'll need a goal before half-time, which is 12 minutes away. Remember, 40 minutes per half in the women's game. Oh, the goalkeeper got left, and an equaliser. And it's Medellin who's claimed it. The goalkeeper, Mary Harvey, will blame herself for that one, because she came for the long free kick, and Medellin got a thump in the face, but more importantly, a flick onto the ball. It's 1-1. Now look at Harvey here, the goalkeeper. Might have even been an own goal off Carla Werden. Werden and Medellin climbed for that ball together. It's difficult to say who got the final touch. Medellin will claim it, I'm sure of that. More importantly, it's one apiece. So 1-1 in the Women's World Championship final. Both goals have been headers. Certainly don't think it was Hegstad who flicked that one on. Allmann is on Medellin. Well, they'll be claiming that one in the dressing room afterwards, I'm sure. Most important thing is that Norway are back in this final at one apiece. Quite obvious foul by Jennings. Well, I was talking about the mental tenacity of Norway to come back into this match. They've certainly found that cutting edge, although it has to go down to a mistake by Mary Harvey, and she's made precious few in this competition. As Jennings raids down the right-hand side, Akers-Stahl misses out. Could come through to Lily here, who's onside, pulls it back to the near post. Seth was waiting. Good move this by the USA. Can't believe that Kristine was trying to catch out Seth on the near post. More likely her cross was mishit, looking for the head of Akers-Stahl. Well, it's coming to life now. Norway won, the United States won, with 9 minutes left of the first half. Norway in possession. Zaborowski. Five is Nyborg. Ooh, gave it away to Jennings. Six is Agneta Karlsson. There's Mary Harvey, who will want to forget that mistake. The golden rule with goalkeeping is if you come to punch a ball, you make sure you get there. And she didn't do that. I know she'll be very honest with herself and know that she made a mistake. But sometimes the mistakes in the women's game make the matches more exciting. Certainly an open affair now, one apiece as Karlsson tries to get Norway going again. Foudy. Shannon Higgins. Hamm calling for the ball. So to April Heinrichs. Foudy wins it in midfield. Akers-Stahl. Hooked over her own head by Zaborowski. Most un-Norwegian sounding surname. Oh, there really was a good deal of commitment by both players, Akers-Stahl and Hamm, as they collided in their attempt to win possession for their side. It results in a throw-in to Norway. Still one apiece. Akers-Stahl, the goal scorer for the USA. A little bit of controversy about the Norwegian goal scorer. I will give it to Linda Medellin because she appeared to get the last touch, but it might conceivably be an own goal off the head of Carla Werden. Certainly both goals have been headers. There'll be a throw into the USA. If you've just joined us, you're watching our coverage of the Women's World Championship final between the United States of America and Norway from the Tiani Stadium in Guangzhou. And the latest score, 7 minutes to half-time, is 1-1. Nine is Hamm, very fast player in the US team, especially over the first 10 yards. She hasn't been able to use that acceleration just yet because Norway have done a fine job in keeping the United States attack away from the dead ball line. Jennings, Nyborg took the ball off her, legally according to the referee. Medellin, that was illegal. Foul by Joy Bielfeld. Hamm. Heinrichs slid in on Hogan, who managed to smuggle the ball away, and it's Storer who has it for Norway. Seems a long time ago now, but it's only 2 weeks since 12 teams entered the first Women's World Football Championship. Next tournament has already been penciled in for 1995, with Germany probable favourites to host it. And here's Akers-Stahl. Normally his shooting's a little bit more accurate than that. Karen Jennings just in your bottom left of your picture. She and Akers-Stahl, the main goal scorers of the team. 8 for Akers-Stahl before this game, 9 so far in the competition, 6 for Jennings, 4 for April, Heinrichs 2. The USA play with an unusual formation of 3-4-3. That's 3 defenders, 4 midfield players and 3 attackers. Certainly brought them a rash of goals, not only here in China but also in the qualifying CONCACAF tournament. 4 minutes to half time, still 1-1. The USA in the white strip in possession with number 14, Joy Bielfeld. It's been noticeable how many times the USA have given possession away to Norway. It really is strength sapping when every time you hit a pass it goes to the opposition, it comes straight back at you. Well, who said that the women's game wasn't physical? Julie Foudy certainly felt that tackle. And unlike the men's game, there's very little feigning injury in the women's game. They just get on with it. Horrific challenge by Zaborowski. Storer just got that one away. Looking for Hamm. Hacked downfield. Carlson, Medellin. Sort of emphasises my point that the United States are giving possession away far too easily, I'm sure, for the coach's liking. Anson, Dorrance. How the US would relish scoring another goal just before the interval. They were under the yoke from Norway in the opening 20 minutes, then against the run of play, scored from the head of Michel Akers-Stahl. And just as the United States were beginning to gain some tactical supremacy over Norway, Norwegians pulled level through Linda Medellin. Appeared to be handball against Akers-Stahl. Still has possession. Is away from Hamm. She switches play to Risa. Good interception though by Hamilton. Store then, the captain of Norway. Akers-Stahl. Good header down to Hogan. Espeseth. Medellin calling for the ball. Risa too. Hammered away to safety by Carla Werden. Probably the most underrated player in the US team. It's coming back at them quickly again. And Risa forces a corner for Norway, which Zaborowski will take right at the death of the first half. It's a clear, mild night in South China. Nothing to separate these two teams in this Women's World Championship final. Norway won, the US won. Norway with the corner. Michel Akers-Stahl almost missed that one. In fact, she did miss it. April Heinrichs just happy to plant the ball into the Norwegian half of the field. Medellin. Looking for Carlson here. Even Pellerud, the coach of Norway, in a hurry to get on with it, but there's no time for Norway to mount another attack before the half-time whistle. And what an eventful first half we've had. Football hasn't been of the highest quality we've seen in these Women's World Championships, but it's certainly been absorbing. Akers-Stahl giving the United States the lead after 20 minutes with a header from a free kick. 8 minutes later, following a mistake by Mary Harvey, the United States goalkeeper, Linda Medellin just flicks a header on. And at half-time, it's Norway 1, the United States 1. All level then at half-time in the Women's World Championship final. Norway 1, the USA 1. It'll be Michel Akers-Stahl, the best women's player in the world at the moment. To restart the second half, the USA appearing in their first FIFA final. Managed to take the lead after 20 minutes before Linda Medellin equalised for Norway. 40% of all soccer players in the United States are women. However, there's no recognised leagues. There's a huge pool of players to call on, and that's why the United States are so strong when it comes to women's football. And the crowning glory of all that hard work has been an appearance in this final. Although here's Reidun set with possession for Norway right at the start of the second half. 1-1. We're still level at the end of extra time, or even at the end of normal time. We'll go to 2 10-minute periods of extra time. And if we're still level, then we'll go to a penalty shootout. Norway have had quite a few of those down the years. I'll tell you more about that later on. Risa, that's a fine ball, looking for Medellin. Good covering challenge by Carla Werden. Incidentally, at half-time, confirmation that it was Linda Medellin who scored that goal for Norway. The video replay is quite definite that she got the head to the ball, although Joy Bielfeld was very, very close to her. But a corner now for Norway, right at the start of the second half. Tony Haugen to take it. Espeseth after this one, much more confident punch by the United States goalkeeper Mary Harvey. And then the shot was beaten out by the US defence. Lisa won the free kick. She's been doing quite a bit of that in the last couple of weeks, the number 9 for Norway. She's won 4 penalties for her side. They've converted 3 of them. Svensson, Lisa wins a corner rather than a penalty this time. Norway, as they did in the first half, have started the second half brightly. They have a lot of players up now. In fact, they have all 10 outfield players inside the United States half of the field. Straedet just waiting on the edge of the box. It's played right underneath the crossbar. And another corner. Akers-Stahl just encouraging her side, saying let's be first to that ball and clear it as quick as we can. Easier said than done. There's some tall Norwegian players in there. Zaborowski took the corner, but it's headed clear by Heinrichs, knocked back into the danger zone by Svensson. Carlson, yeah, and the US get it clear, but confidence seems to have seeped out of this United States team. Very shaky start the second half. Still 1-1 in this Women's World Championship final. We're not allowed to call it a World Cup. That's the male preserve for the major tournament which was played in Italy in 1990 and in the United States of America in 1994. It's a World Championship. Hamilton with a very dangerous ball. And the challenge by Mia Hamm has almost cut Bertha Haggstad in 2. Haggstad still lying face down. She's obviously hurt. Haugen's cross. Away by Bielfeld that time. And this time, ball knocked out of play on the far side. So Haggstad gets some attention for that rather painful knock. 25 years old. She's apparently the loudest one in the Norwegian team, which is essentially a very quiet team. They're very reserved. They're not loud. I think Haggstad has fallen on her left arm, perhaps her shoulder. She's holding it rather painfully. Well, it all started in Mexico with the Mexico wave. Maybe we've got the Guangzhou wave now. And we've got the Norwegian flags too. April Heinrichs. Fouling Haugen. There's the Guangzhou wave. They've really enjoyed themselves in China over the last couple of weeks. And they're enjoying this final too. That really would have been a spectacular goal had it come off. Akers-Stahl seems to be all right now. Doesn't seem to for wear after that really heavy challenge. And Norway, the champions of Europe in '87, are bidding to become world champions in '91. The cheering you can hear just after your picture is because the Guangzhou wave is getting stronger and stronger every time it goes around this 65,000 capacity stadium. It was built in '87 for the 6th Chinese Games. No doubt when it was built, few would have thought that they'd witness such a prestigious football match played by Western women here. Foul was on Akers-Stahl by Tina Svensson, the regular penalty taker in the Norwegian side. The American coach, Anson Dorrance, was expecting a tough physical affair, and that's the way it's turning out. Medellin held the ball up well, tried to reverse the pass into the path of Hegstad. Seven is Hogan. Anson Dorrance just giving the ball back. Kristine Lilly. Avisa. A particularly good pass. Quality of the football hasn't lived up to the previous games in the competition. Maybe better is just around the corner. But the final of this competition hasn't produced the final gloss that we expected. Neither team able to create a platform of authority. The Storer concedes the corner. And the United States of America, who looked so effective when Heinrichs, Akers-Stahl and Jennings have synchronised in the earlier matches in the competition, just have been unable to get going for large periods of this game. And if they are going to win the Women's World Championship, I think they're going to have to do it the hard way. Guts and courage. And they have a corner now. Akers-Stahl gets ahead to the ball. Jennings, she might get there still. Turned back across the face of goal by Kristine Lilly, number 13. Akers-Stahl with that important flick on. That's where the United States are so dangerous, and despite the height of Heidi Storer, the captain of Norway, they're just unable to contain Akers-Stahl when it comes to her heading abilities. This time she's being marked by Espeseth, literally about a couple of feet away from her. Not looking at the ball, just at Akers-Stahl. Akers-Stahl still has it, driven low, it hit her own player. I think Kristine Lilly got in the way of Akers-Stahl's shot there. And despite the fact that Espeseth was right next to her, she still managed to get this shot in on goal. Indeed, it did hit the American midfield player Kristine Lilly, the woman who scored the opening goal against Norway the last time the two sides met in a friendly match in Massachusetts back in September. Still, Norway won, the United States of America won. And we're 10 minutes in to the second half. USA playing in the white, remember. Akers-Stahl. Fairly credible that the US women's team has only been in existence 6 years. They've come such a long way in that time. All the way to a World Championship final, in fact. Jennings peels to her right. Akers-Stahl is the nearest player to her. Going forwards. Good run, inside and outside Zaborowski. Storer comes forward. Good spell this for the USA. Akers-Stahl. Wide to Jennings. They'll queue up for the cross here. Jennings leaves Nyborg for dead. Almost onto the head of April Heinrichs, and then that long-range effort by Shannon Higgins, well wide of its target. Well, the FIFA top brass enjoying it, as well they should. Certainly both teams They haven't produced the most exciting football of the competition so far. They're certainly producing some of the most committed. It's all about the flair of the United States against the methodical rather than brilliant football of Norway. And Norway have possession now. Riise getting it wide. And Norway win the corner. What we need now is a dash of the unexpected to bring this final to life. 1-1. Corner to Norway. Store is waiting on the edge of the 6-yard box. Remember, both goals so far have come from headers. Harvey just about got it clear. Medellin tried to shoot away towards goal. The USA just had enough bodies in there to block Norway's attempts to score a goal. And they get it out of play. Throw here will be taken by Cathrine Zaborowski, the ball winner in the midfield for Norway. Riise did well to get into the dead ball line and hook over that dangerous cross, which is cleared as far as Heinrichs. Akers-Stahl having a fair old battle with Espeseth. The closest I've seen any two women coming to blows in this game. And Akers-Stahl, I think, has been booked. Maybe not. Maybe it's Espeseth has been booked here because the free kick's gone the United States' way. That's a second booking, incidentally, of the competition. Earlier on, of course, 2 bookings and you're automatically suspended, but I suspect the yellow card there wasn't shown to Akers-Stahl at all. It was shown to Gro Espeseth because the free kick's gone the way of the United States. Heinrichs is after it, away by Store. Kristine Lilly to take the throw. Higgins hooked it in. Chase on here for Bielfeld. Ooh, did ever so well to set up another raid. Hamm screaming for the ball into Akers-Stahl. Gets it wide to Hamm. Akers-Stahl is behind her. Akers-Stahl's cross away by Store, and an offside flag means there'll be a free kick to Norway deep inside their own penalty area. The United States' success even more remarkable because there's no women's football leagues in the country. Norway has semi-professional women's football. Some of the American team were telling me that it's very difficult to keep up to a high competitive level when you aren't playing on a week-by-week basis, the top sort of grade that many of these European sides are playing to. Many of this USA team are former college players. Of course, even the coach, Anson, Dorrance, is the most successful of university coaches ever to come out of the United States, currently in charge of the football team of the University of North Carolina. To the record, Kristine Lilly and Hamm both play for North Carolina under Anson Dorrance. Heinrichs now breaking for the USA. Jennings in support. Hopelessly weighted pass. And Espeseth will get it back to Reidun's set. Still no sign of a breakthrough. We've almost reached the 3/4 point of the game. It's still Norway 1, the USA 1. Just an indication the game has got scrappy over the last 5 minutes or so. And without trying to be derogatory about women's football, the longer this game goes on, I'm sure the more some of the women out there are going to tire. One of the women was telling me it's a bit like the men's game being played on a field 150 yards by 100, and with goals 10 foot high. The dimensions of the pitch very exhausting, especially to some of the younger players. Really, the skill factor, real testament to some of the determination and professionalism of some of these women playing in this final. But maybe in the last quarter of the game the match will open up a little bit when legs begin to tire. It's been a very physical final. That was predicted by both teams and both coaches. April Heinrichs now for the USA, slipping it through here. Good move, Akers-Stahl just let it run, and Stora blasts it clear into the USA's half of the field. Bielfeld. Foudy. Norway have had insufficient possession to carry through their good intentions. They haven't got the ball forward quickly enough to Risa and Medellin. It's been a football match of few chances for both teams. Tina Svensson. Hogan. Still no sign of the deadlock being broken. Maybe it'll be a mistake, which will give one of these two sides an opportunity to take the lead. Akers-Stahl. Foudy funneling the ball back towards Hamilton. Foudy again. Neat triangle of football by the USA, except they give possession away. Medellin. Six goals now in this competition. Linda Medellin scored the winner here in China in the 88 final, the unofficial World Championship. Policewoman by profession. This time Mary Harvey positive, coming out to the edge of a box. The substitutes of the USA urging their team forward. The real sense of unity about the United States squad. I think it's important to point out that several of the players are very, very nervous going into this match. They have been staying in the same hotel in Guangzhou. That hasn't been to the liking of the USA team. Oh, that's a bit of a risky back pass. Harvey quickly off a line, but Medellin slid in. That was a little bit dangerous, to say the least. What was I saying before about a possible mistake to settle this final? Just could have been something like that. Medellin so quick off the mark in those sort of situations. A lot of people are hoping that women's football goes from strength to strength after this competition finishes. The United States are hoping women's football will become a demonstration sport in the 1996 Olympics, which of course will take place in the USA. I hope that will really give the women's game a lift, especially if the USA could do well there. Risa. Fouled by Linda Hamilton. Nicknamed the blunt instrument, and following that tackle, you can probably guess why. Whilst the football isn't entertaining the fans here in the Tiani Sports Stadium, Mexican-style wave is. Heinrichs. This one hooked away towards Akers-Stahl. Back towards Karen Jennings now. She's got a bit of space to exploit now. Jennings. Storer tries to hold her up. Releases the ball here to Shannon Higgins. Somehow the focus of that attack just got blurred slightly, and Norway have it back. Medalin. Nyborg. This match really has fallen into a stalemate now. Hogan. Jennings. Akers-Stahl. Heinrichs, that's a good layoff to Jennings. This looks promising for the US. Espeseth. Ooh, and Espeseth and Akers-Stahl having a real old battle. Eleven is Judy Foudy. Apparently she's the clown of the US team. Keeps all their spirits up. Heinrichs. Unable to win a sided corner. And it'll be a goal kick to Norway. These pictures going live to Norway. Their success has been accompanied by huge support back home. The Norwegian people have seen their women's team qualify for the last 5 major international women's finals. And here they come on the attack again. Risa Medalin. Timely interception by Mia Hamm. And there's a lot of Norwegian players committed forward to that attack, so the USA could hit them hard here. Heinrichs. Heinrichs again. Oh, she fought hard for that one. Cannons off Storer. Takes the weight off the ball and through to Reidun set. Still Norway 1, the United States 1. "15 minutes left of this Women's World Championship final. Still nothing to separate the two sides. Michelle Akers-Stahl goal after 20 minutes, equalised by a header from Linda Medalin. 6th goal of the competition. For the record, Akers-Stahl has scored 9. There really has been a glut of goals in this tournament. It would be rather ironic if the final were to be settled on a penalty shootout with it 1-1 after extra time. 25 games have produced 96 goals. That's nearly 4 goals on average per game. The USA have scored 23 goals in their 5 World Championship games to date. The USA are averaging 4 a game. Norway are proving difficult opposition. It's a sort of time in a game when a substitution just could break things up a little bit. But I'm sure both coaches feel that maybe Now's not quite the time to upset a game plan, especially with the match so even. Risa into Medellin. I think just out of your picture, Anson Dorrance is just saying to one of his substitutes to get ready because they're going on. I'm sure he can't hear me. He's some 200 yards from our commentary position, but just down on the running track, the athletics track. One of the American substitutes is beginning to warm up. Henry will be the woman to come on. Akers-Stahl looking for this one. Still Norway 1, the USA 1. 12 minutes left. That was the USA organising committee for the 1994 World Cup, just getting behind their women's football team. Risa just able to get enough leverage on her cross, cause any problems to the USA team. Now, April Heinrichs. Stora's come a long way to try tackle her. Akers-Stahl is offside. Free kick to Norway. Tina Svensson then. That's just the sort of ball the USA were fearing to stretch their defence. Cathrine Zaborowski to take the throw. Risa looking for it. Zaborowski again. Well, 3 US players, Akers-Stahl, Heinrichs and Jennings, have scored 18 of the US's 23 goals in this competition. They've just been unable to make any impression on that Norwegian defence, especially in the second half. And that's header by number 10, Akers-Stahl. In the first half, the USA's only real gilt-edged opportunity that they've had, and they've taken. Carlson. Hamilton will try and get this up the left-hand side, but she's under pressure from Risa and has to concede the throw before Akers-Stahl does it for her. Really has been a very untypical match from this tournament, as Risa tries to go around the back. That's an easy catch from Mary Harvey right into her midriff. a very tired looking Linda Hamilton there, gasping for air. Akers-Stahl. Svensson gets it clear. And maybe we should have guessed that given the best two women's football sides in the world, we'd come to a stalemate. Kristine Lilly raising US hopes a little bit with that shot from the younger members of the US squad. 8 minutes to extra time, that's all. There'll be Belkin also warming up for the USA. Lisa. Medellin. Bielfeld did well just to hold up play. Medellin able to take the ball off her. Zaborowski may have another chance of it. Oh, fine shot. Cathrine Zaborowski. Norway won, the USA won. We're 6 minutes away from this World Championship final going into extra time. Hogan. Marisa. This is where she wins a lot of her penalties. Stays on her feet this time. And wins a corner. And somewhat ironic that the USA who've been free scoring during this competition have found it hard to break down the Norwegian defence, and Norway, who've conceded a lot of goals, including 4 against China in the opening game, have shut out the USA and restricted them to that one strike by Michelle Akers-Stahl. Stora's header wasn't too far away, but some of the spectators on the far side of the ground thought it had found its target. Heidi Stora, who retires from international football after today's game. She really has given it her all over the last 11 years, and it's time to step down and let some of the younger players enjoy the limelight. In fact, several of players from both these teams will retire after this game this evening. Many want to start families and concentrate on careers. Remember, the game is only semi-professional in Norway. It hardly exists in any professional or semi-professional sense in the United States. Vadim Zuk, the referee for today's game. Linda Hamilton with a throw. Will it be a flash of brilliance then? Or an unforced error, which will decide this final in the next 4 minutes, otherwise we're going to 2 10-minute periods of extra time. Akers-Stahl, if anybody can supply brilliance, she can. And so can this woman, Medellin, getting it wide to Nyborg. It really was a wasted pass. Werden had all the time in the world just to take that ball down and get it clear. Heinrichs. Good deal of caginess now about these two teams. Neither will want to lose it in the last 4 minutes. Maybe they've learnt one or two tricks from the men's game. Lily, Akers-Stahl, Espeseth just closed her down a little bit too much, and a free kick to the USA. Maybe now's the time to just put a couple of players forward inside that penalty area. No doubt Akers-Stahl will be the target. When I asked the American team what their tactics were from free kicks, she said get it to Michelle, right on Michelle's head. That's what we aim for. That's what happened in the first half. Shannon Higgins drives this one in, looking for Akers-Stahl. Might break to April Heinrichs now. Wanted too long on the ball. April Heinrichs, number 2, looking very, very tired. We're 2 minutes away from the end of normal time. Norway won, the USA won. Karen Jennings unable to control the ball. And a clutch of mistakes now by both sets of players. Akers-Stahl. Oh, she's through here. She's round the goalkeeper, and she scored the winning goal in the Women's World Championship final. Well, I suggested it might be a mistake to settle it, and that's exactly how it's turned out. And the best player in the world wins the World Championship trophy for the United States of America with her coolness in finishing to take it wide of Reidun's set, side foot the ball over the line. Victory now is assured for the USA. Oh, what was Espeseth doing? But at the other end, Racer. Goal coming after 78 minutes. And the USA, believe it or not, are just 30 seconds away from victory. I think it was Tina Svensson who had that rather misplaced back pass. Which Akers-Stahl latched onto, and you can't give Akers-Stahl chances like that. The USA said they were unsophisticated, but to do that right at the end of a World Championship final really is, in footballing terms, suicidal. We're now playing stoppage time at the end of the game. Anywhere will do for the USA. And the USA are within touching distance of that giant gold trophy. Late substitution here. Liv Straedet coming on. The woman who was injured in the 2-1 win over Denmark. She's a striker, not too surprisingly. Perhaps one last throw of the dice for Norway to try find an equaliser. It's all over. The USA women's team are the world champions. Norway can hardly believe it. They were within 2 minutes of taking the game into extra time, and the outstanding player of the tournament, Michelle Akers-Stahl, has destroyed Norway and won the Women's World Championship for the United States of America. So, a new winner for FIFA. No US team has ever won a FIFA competition. But all that's changed now. Tears of joy and big hugs for this USA team. And it all hinged on that back pass by Tina Svensson. All the tea in China won't drown her tears tonight, because she knows it's her mistake which has settled this final. Akers-Stahl, the story of the competition, undoubtedly. In many ways a very masculine sort of women's footballer. She plays like a man, she fights hard like a man on the field, but she's so unassuming off the field. But she was after this ball here. Svensson tried to turn it back, and Akers-Stahl ate that one up and won the World Championship for her team. That giant gold statue, replica of the cup itself, which will be awarded very shortly to the USA captain, April Heinrichs. Well, what a remarkable 1991 for women's football in the United States of America. Their international team has played 28 major matches. They've won 21 of those games and lost just 5. 2 ironically to Norway, but not today. So close to extra time. And yet the match snatched by Michelle Akers-Stahl. How they'll be toasting her, no doubt tonight here in China, but also back home. 51 goals now for Michelle Akers-Stahl in 51 internationals. Not too many strikers who can boast those figures. First player to score 5 goals in a FIFA World Championship. And it'll be the losers to go up first. Presentation party's now made its way down from the VIP area. Dr. João Havelange, the FIFA president, Paul Heelgaard, the chairman of the FIFA Women's Committee, Theo Lenders, the representative of the sponsor of this competition, M&M's, and Niam Ueshi, president of the Chinese Football Federation, along with Liu Zhou-Gei, the chairman of the local organising committee. All those gentlemen, there they are, now in position. And to present the silver medals, Liu Zhou-Gei, the chairman of the local organising committee, assisted by Theo Lenders, the representative of the sponsors, M&M's. All 26 delegates from the Norwegian women's team lined up now and climb the victory rostrum, which this time signals defeat. They won here in '88 in the unofficial Women's World Cup, but not on this occasion. Heartbreaking tears for Tina Svensson, whose back pass upset the party. She'll cry a lot more tonight. So Liu Zhou-Gei will present these medals. Heidi Störer on the end, extreme right of that row. She retires after this game tonight. Reidun set next to receive her silver medal, living in Sweden where she plays for Göteborg. Cathrine Zaborowski next, ball winner in the Norwegian midfield, still a student back home. Espeseth, who had a real tussle throughout this game with Michelle Akers-Stahl. Next, Gunn, grand old lady of Norwegian football. She retires tonight as well. Tony Haugen, who missed a penalty in the opening game against China, but it hasn't taken one since, and didn't have to take one this evening. Then Linda Madelin, who scored the equalising goal after 28 minutes to make it 1-1. She's got a smile on her face.
Number 10, Magdalen. 11, number 11, Hextag.
Berta Hegstad, who lived so long in America. And they all receive the customary bunch of flowers. Espeseth.
Number 15, England. 16,
And next, Tina Svensson, who still hasn't stopped crying after that mistake which led to the USA's goal. And now the Norwegian substitutes getting their silver medals.
18, number 18, Strong. 教练 Coach Evan Kalahut. 代表团的其他成员 and the other members of the delegation.
Next, the Norwegian coaching staff. Theo Lenders, the representative of the sponsors M&M's, just handing out the flowers.
女士们、先生们，银牌获得者是挪威队。Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the silver medal, Norway.
And 65,000 spectators signal their appreciation for Norway's participation in this Women's World Championship final. They came so far and yet so near. Norway, the beaten finalists in China. Applauded off the podium by the United States of America, who prepare to climb the victory podium themselves. And the winners of the Women's World Championship, the United States of America, get ready to receive their gold medals, presented by Paul Hedegaard, the chairman of the FIFA Women's Committee. He'll be assisted by Nian Wei-shi, president of the Chinese Football Federation.
The medals are presented by the
Paul
chairman
Hedegaard.
of the FIFA Women's Committee, assisted by the president of the Chinese Football Association. Number 2,
So the captain gets a gold medal first, April Heinrichs. Says she wants to switch now to playing sweeper after tonight. Mary Harvey, whose mistake in the first half didn't prove to be too costly in the end.
Number 3, Higgins.
Shannon Higgins, woman who has a stress fracture of her left foot. She played on in pain. Carla Werden comes next, probably the most underrated player in the US team.
Number 5, Henry. Number 6, Chastain.
Randy Chastain, one of the USA substitutes, next from San Jose, California. Next, Tracy Bates from Dallas in Texas.
Number 8, Hamilton.
Gold medal then for Linda Hamilton.
Hamm.
Biggest round of applause for the women who won the cup almost single-handed.
11号 number 11 Foudy.
Best women finisher in the business, they call her.
12号 number 12 Jennings.
Karen Jennings, who's had a splendid
13
World
号
Championship.
number 13 Lily. 14
Jennings has scored 6 goals.
Bielfeld. 15号 number 15 Gabarra. 16号 number 16 Belkin. 17号 number 17 Allmann.
So the rest of the United States substitutes getting their gold medals too. They'll cherish those for the rest of their lives.
教练
This is a very, very big day indeed
Dorrance.
for the sport of football, or soccer as they call it in the United States of America, especially bearing in mind that 1994 is just round the corner when the United States will host the World Cup proper. Well, what began on the 18th of August in Jesolo in Italy, when the USA played their first ever Women's International, comes to a climax in Guangzhou, China, as the FIFA president, Dr. Zhao Havelange, hands over the Women's World Championship trophy to April Heinrichs. The USA are the Women's World Championship winners. They've beaten Norway by 2-1, and the curtain comes down on a hugely successful first Women's World Championship competition. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this final. A reminder that the USA have won that cup, beating Norway by 2-1. From all of us here, goodbye.